Okay, so this is a quick video about what the controls on your electric guitar do. So I've got a couple of different types of guitars with me today, and I'm just going to sort of like quickly go through and explain what the controls on your guitar do. So unless you've got anything crazy that has like batteries in it, and you can tell if it has batteries by, if there's batteries, there'll be a little cavity in the back. This one does not have batteries, so there's not a cavity in the back that has a battery in it. So unless you've got something with batteries, all guitars kind of have the same couple of knobs, but they're sort of set up differently depending on the brand or the style of guitar that you're using. So this is a Fender Telecaster, super common way of wiring, super common control setup here. So we've got pickup selector, this thing right here, that decides which pickups are these things here, there's two of them on this guitar, is on. So currently in this position here, this pickup's on. If I switch it to the middle position, like that, both of them are on at the same time. If I switch it to back here, the bridge one, this one here, is on by itself. And for this guitar, we've got two controls. We've got a volume, which it's obvious what that does, but just to illustrate, I'm going to play like, so here it is here, like I'm trying to hold it up high so you can see. So here's that's me playing a note. As I roll the volume up, you can hear it more. And tone, it's not as obvious what the tone knob does. Maybe the name is not as like, I don't know, apparent, but all it does is it's going to sort of like filter out the high frequencies. So that sounds like this. That's all the way at 10 and at 0. Right? There's no hard set rules about where your guitar should be set. It's totally a matter of like personal taste. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unplug this guitar and show you a couple of other really common wiring things. So this guitar here, this is a Gibson guitar. So the wiring is a little bit different. We've got two pickups just like the Telecaster, but they're set up a little bit differently. We have the same sort of, this is a pickup switch just like on our Tele. So in this position, which actually has on most Gibson guitars, it has like a label that says rhythm. That means this pickup is on. If it's in the middle, like that, both pickups are on. And if it's where it's set to treble, that means this pickup is on. So for this guitar, you have four knobs, right? Each knob, like we've got a volume and a treble, volume and a treble. These two here are assigned to the rhythm pickup here, and these two are assigned to this bridge pickup or treble pickup here. So if I'm in this position, so that means like I'm in the rhythm position, that means that these two knobs are going to work, and these two won't actually do anything. So I'm going to try and illustrate that. It's hard to get it where you can see it here. So here's me in the rhythm position on this guitar. So these two controls are going to work, right? There's my volume and the tone, right? But if I'm in this position and I mess with the volume over here on the treble pickup, it's not going to do anything, right? It doesn't matter because the treble pickup's not actually on. But if I go over to the treble pickup now all of a sudden it does something, right? Same with the tone knob here, right? And in both, if both pickups are on, now they're all going to work, right? But one weird thing about Gibson guitars over the past little while is that if you have both pickups on and you switch one of the volumes to 0, all the volume's going to turn off. It's sort of a consequence of the like way that they've wired these guitars. So that's not like, doesn't mean your guitar is broken or something. It's like not very intuitive, but that's how they work. So don't worry, that's like a totally normal thing. Last, I got one more type of guitar here. This one's a little bit different, right? This one has 3 pickups, one here, one here, one here, and it's got, I'm gonna move this camera again. It's got a 5-way pickup switch. Okay, so we'll talk about that first. So in this setting here, I've got this pickup on. this setting here, these two pickups are on. This setting here, the middle one is on, and in this setting, these two are on, and over here, this one's on by itself. Now that can vary like from Stratocaster to Stratocaster, depending on like if you bought one secondhand. Sometimes people can wire them in kind of like funky ways, but that's kind of like a standard way that a Stratocaster is wired. So going back over here to these knobs, this is a volume. It's just the only volume on a Stratocaster, and it's going to control obviously the volume, right? Makes sense so far. We have two tone knobs. This tone knob is wired to this pickup. So if I'm over here in this position, this tone knob's going to work, right? Like if I turn my guitar up here. So you can hear it. But this tone knob here is wired to the back. On my guitar, it's wired to the back two pickups. Most Stratocasters that come out of the factory for the past few years, this back tone pod is wired to both back pickups. If you have a super old Stratocaster, like a 1950 Stratocaster, or certain types of Strat copies, they don't actually wire the tone knob to the back pickup. Sometimes this back pickup is just wired to the volume and then straight to the output. So none of the tone. If that's the case, none of the tone knobs will do anything if you're in this position where your back pickup's on. So if I'm over here again on my neck pickup, and I play, and I start messing with this back tone knob, you can see it doesn't do anything, right? Because it's wired to these back two. But if I put, now I've got the middle pickup on, all of a sudden that back tone pod's gonna do something, and the front one isn't gonna do anything, right? And same goes for the back pickup here, right? So anyways, that's how your controls work on a couple of super common guitars. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.